Hi guys. So I have not posted in a while and I just wanted to give a writing update. So, on July 11th, I finished the first draft of my book. I had written it from beginning to end, and it's completed. Uh, I had a lot of revisions that I wanted to do. My sister-in-law wanted to read the book right away, but there were a couple of major plot holes that I was aware of that I just had chosen not to fix yet. There were also inconsistencies with the world building because I had only developed the world building like 2/3 of the way through, so I had to go back and fix a bunch of that, and also make some characterization tweaks because I had figured out the characters more and I could fix what I hadn't known what I was doing before. I thought all of those edits were going to take me a long time, especially once I started doing them and I found out they were harder than I expected. So I thought it was going to take me a while. But as I tend to, I hyper fixated on writing and I got them done in like 3 weeks, which was exactly how long I had told her it would take me. I thought that I was wrong and that I was going to have to extend it. But no, I finished it in 3 weeks. That included 1 week where I was trying really hard not to write. I only wrote like 2 days out of that week, for a short time. But so that really actually felt like finishing the first draft. When I wrote the end, I was not satisfied. I was like, I don't want to take a break. Everyone always says, take a break when you finish your first draft. I didn't want to. I was still on fire, and so I forced myself to take a break for that week, but it was driving me crazy, and so finally I went back, I hyper fixated and I fixed all the problems, and I was way happier with the draft that I turned out at the end of those 3 weeks. So I sent it to my sister-in-law. I don't know if she's read it yet. That's okay. Eventually, she's really busy. She has a lot of kids. And eventually, she'll read it or someone else will read it and I'll talk to them about it. But honestly, right now, I'm not in a hurry because once I finished those revisions, I really was done. I love my story so much. And I love the characters in it. I love the themes in it. I love the world building. I love so much about it, but I am so tired. I do not want to be a writer anymore right now. I think that's why I haven't posted anything in forever, is because my whole thing is that I'm a writer. Like I do post other things sometimes, but really I've been a writer YouTuber for a year now, or almost a year. Um and I'm so tired of being a writer. I'm also physically tired right now, which is why I probably seem more down than I've been. I've been having a lot of fun since I finished. I've been reading more books, which has been so nice. I have been doing more cooking, which I hadn't been doing before, which has been nice. I've been seeing my friends more. I've been able to watch movies and shows and think about things outside of this story. It was actually kind of crazy. I used to do this thing most of my life where I would put myself to sleep at night by telling myself stories. Most of them are just like stupid drama stories that just they entertain me. That's never something I'm going to write down. I've written down just a couple of them, and then this story that I wrote, it didn't even come to me then. It came to me in a dream. So, but it's for the longest time while I've been writing this book, I have not been able to think about stories while I'm trying to go to sleep because I would just end up thinking about this story and it would wake up my brain. It put my brain into overdrive and I'd be trying to think of like how to write it, how to solve story beats, how to do all this stuff. It would keep me awake. And so I'd have to distract myself. I'd always have to listen to something to put me to sleep. And literally the night after I finished the first draft, it was like my entire world had opened up and I could think about other stories. I didn't have to think, I'm gonna cry right now. I didn't have to think about this story. I could think about whatever I wanted, and it was so nice. And I didn't realize until then, I think, how much writing this was taking out of me. And I love my story. I love writing. I had so much fun writing this, but it didn't come without its cost. And so I've really been enjoying my break from that. It's been so good. It's been so nice. Especially, yeah, for a while I felt like anytime I was in public with people, that was all I could talk about was my book. I was never thinking about anything else, and now I'm able to just talk about other stuff, and it's been really nice. So that's what I've been doing. I've been taking a break. I am still in my head. My goal to get this book published is my next birthday. So not my birthday this year, but my next birthday, which is November 4th, 2027. By that time, I want, like, my birthday gift to myself will be holding my physical book in my hands. So that's my goal. I'm honestly not sure what I need to do to reach that. People have started to ask me, like, oh, how are you going to publish it? I don't know. My sister has published one book. I mean, like, no, she's published two books. I don't know how she did the one. I'll have to ask her. But the one she did through Amazon, I really, if I can help it, I want to avoid going through Amazon because of just the problems there. And they take such a huge cut of the revenue. I know that, I kind of know that this is going to have to be, like, I'm going to have to crowdfund my book. That's kind of my idea right now. I haven't started looking into it because the book's not even done. And as far as finishing the book, I don't really know what I need to do from here. Once I did the revisions on the first draft, I realized that I was way happier, like, I was satisfied with it as a first draft. I didn't think I would be. I thought I would be upset and feel like there were whole chunks missing, but I actually feel like I got most of what I wanted to say into that first draft. And so now I don't really know where to take it from here. This is why I need someone to read it. I'm assuming it's my sister-in-law, but if it doesn't end up being her, I'll give it to, like, my friend or one of my other sisters, and just someone who has the time to read it and then who I can talk to about it, because I need some outside perspective on this. I need some help. And also, I'm not even ready for that. I don't know when I'm going to be ready for my break to be over, but I'm not ready for it yet. I have gotten recently the urge to write some things again, but not stories, not any kind of commitment. Like, I wrote a journal entry, I wrote a little scene that I had playing out in my mind that was totally disembodied from like anything else. And I also have had so much more fun. Just, like, I can just daydream now. I can think about stories in my head that I don't feel any pressure to write. I don't feel any pressure to figure them out or to figure out this story. It's been really good. So, that's my update. I will eventually, after after I have someone read this book, I will need, and I've talked to them and I've done some things and I've, like, actually, like, gotten this book to the next stage. I will reach out to people that have left comments on my videos saying they wanted to be beta readers. So I will reach out to them then, and I'll get my pool of beta readers. And, if you're interested in that, please leave a comment down below. I'd be so happy to have you. And so then I'll be able to get more feedback on my story. And then hopefully after that, I'll be able to, or probably, like, sometime around then, I'll start looking to crowdfund. I'll have figured out publishing. So many people talk about how it's a nightmare. Like, I'm worried. I do not want this to be super duper stressful. But I also, like, I don't I do not have a job because of, like, my family has needed me to be at home, and so that's what I've been. And also I've had like health struggles, so I haven't had a job, so I don't have money. I'm hoping, obviously, that eventually my writing will generate income, but it's not. And I don't know how I'm going to be able to publish a book. Like, as far as cover art goes, um, I like my sister and I are very artistic. I was about to say autistic. That's not what I was trying to say. Artistic. And so if she wanted to do the cover for me, I would be super grateful for that. She already did a sketch for me. I don't know if she's going to want to do that. If not, I can do the cover myself. I can do maps myself. I can do like interior artwork. I really want to do it because it has like 4 or 5 POVs. I want to do separate chapter like headings to indicate which person's point of view it is. I can do all of that myself. Um, I can probably figure out typesetting myself. I'm pretty good at stuff like that. And I can't really afford to pay anybody else. So, like, that's a one way that I know publishing costs will be able to be kept down. But there are some things that can't be avoided, um, like ISBN numbers, I think, and also just I'm sure like a printing company would need like an initial payment as well as then revenue later. Again, I don't know I don't know what company to go with. If you guys have any suggestions for good independent publishing, like printing companies, I would really appreciate that. I'm going to be looking into it eventually, but if you leave a comment below, I would really appreciate that because I don't quite know what I'm doing yet. This is scary for me, and the more that I talk about this, I'm like, there's no way this is going to be done by my next birthday. Like, that's ridiculous. But, I mean, that's about the time it took me to write the first draft, and that's the hardest part, I feel like, as far as writing goes. Could be wrong. I've never done this before. But we'll see. We will see. Thank you guys for following along with me. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate it. It was kind of rambly, but I just wanted to get all this out there and let you all know that this book is still happening. Just because I haven't posted anything does not mean that things are not happening in the background. Um, and I appreciate all of you who are following along with me, and I hope that you've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed writing, and yeah, I can't wait for this to continue. Bye.